There is no way we were going to skip Jakarta on our Indonesia trip.
Good morning, welcome to Jakarta, Indonesia.
This is a new country for our vlog.
Our stated goal of this vlog is to go to all the countries of Europe, and here we are outside of Europe, finding new countries and new places to explore.
This is the second largest urban city in the world.
Second to Tokyo, right?
To Tokyo. Tokyo is number one. So there's a lot of people here, there's a lot to do. We're gonna see what we can see in a short amount of time. Jakarta is often overlooked when people are traveling to Indonesia, but I think that it actually should be on everybody's list to come and visit at least once in your lifetime.
I think a lot of people are just going right to the beaches and going to Bali, but it is capital city. There's an amazing amount of history here. We got in yesterday. We got caught in a little bit of a rainstorm last night when we were out getting around for dinner.
It's quite busy, a little chaotic, so I can see why people might want to skip it, but we're gonna find the charm.
I like the adventure
of this city. So let's go.
We're here in the middle of Jakarta, and there's this giant green space called Merdeka Square. And right dead in the middle of this square is the national monument of Indonesia.
The Monas.
The Monas.
It's 132 meters tall.
This monument was constructed to commemorate the independence of Indonesia from the Dutch in the late 40s.
We're gonna climb it via an elevator.
So the entrance is actually underground to get to the tower, and mercifully, there's air conditioning.
I think this trip is gonna be filled of trying to find places that have air conditioning.
How tall did you say this is?
132 meters. Which, if you were with us last week and you watched our vlog from Sri Lanka, we went up on the Lotus Tower. That was 350 something. So this is significantly shorter, but still very tall.
They have all these displays here in the basement of the tower, kind of going over the history of Indonesia, and we've found the Dutch colonization.
Invasion.
Well, yeah, so they've got this interesting, what do you call this, a diorama or a display? Or
like a diorama, sure.
Of the ships coming in and the people on land getting ready to fight it. Very, very interesting. We got up to the main platform where the elevator is to go up, and there's sessions and groups. You have to wait for your number to be called.
Yeah.
So we're taking in the views of Jakarta. You can actually see quite a bit from this platform. It's nice.
At least there's some shade on this side right now. If it were the afternoon, we'd be in the sun waiting.
Ooh. Finally made it.
That took longer than I think either of us expected, getting here early in the morning.
We were worried about the line to the building. It's actually the line inside the building, 2 hours.
Yeah, you can fit about 6 people, maybe 7 in this elevator, so it does take a minute. Just be prepared to wait.
The views are beautiful.
It's great.
But it took way too long to get up there. I got a hot take for you, Katrina.
It's hot out?
Oh, it is hot out. I thought the museum with the history of Indonesia in the bottom was more interesting than going to the top of the tower.
I agree. We like to be positive about stuff. In my opinion, I don't think it's worth it going all the way up to the top.
Not if you have to wait 2 hours.
Not if you have to wait 2 hours. If you could get right on, like if you were here right when they open, go for it.
The better view is down here.
And we were hoping for a breeze. No breeze.
No breeze, it was warm.
So do what you will, but that's kind of our take on it.
We are standing in front of literally one of the largest mosques in the entire world.
And definitely the largest in all of Southeast Asia, the Istiqlal Mosque. Istiqlal Mosques.
Hard to pronounce.
Yeah.
It means independence in Arabic.
It's a symbol of religious freedom and unity.
This mosque can hold over 100,000 people at a time.
120,000 people at a time.
The problem is about half that many are trying to get in right now.
It's a Saturday and it's approaching noon, and there's, I would say, 1,000 people in line, if not more. So we're probably going to skip this.
We're not going to go in. We're looking at the building. The building's impressive as is. I hate videotaping in active places of worship anyway, so.
I do too. I always feel awkward.
But we did want to come over and see it. What a giant building, and big symbol of, Indonesia is literally the largest population of Muslims in the world. We're getting a lesson in Jakarta traffic and walking navigation.
It's not the most walking friendly city, I will say that.
It's one of the least walking friendly cities I've ever been in. It's tough. It's roads are not as marked and traffic's nuts and buses like to honk.
Everyone likes to honk.
We find ourselves in this square called the Taman Fatahila, pronunciation apologies. It's a big square. There are pink and blue bicycle rentals all over. There's live music, there's karaoke, food, and hopefully a place for us to grab a drink somewhere.
Yeah, I need a little something. Saturday, everyone's outside,
People want to have conversations with Katrina.
Took some photos and some videos and stuff, so we're very popular here.
We're at the tourist attraction, but I think to some people we are the tourist attraction. That's fun. All right.
Batavia, which is a very vibey restaurant in the main square in Old Town here. Batavia actually is what Jakarta used to be called when it was ruled by the Dutch. We, as we mentioned, live in the Netherlands, and we're very familiar with a lot of the stuff on the menu, including bitterballen and pea soup. We did not order any of that though, because we are not in the Netherlands, we are in Indonesia, and I think we have some tasty food too. We are in a very interesting museum here in Old Town Jakarta. It is all about puppets.
You like puppets, right?
I don't actually, but apparently it's pretty popular in this part of the world, and there's a museum dedicated to it. I'm being stared at by a puppet.
That puppet likes you, Katrina.
That's not the face that it's giving me right now, but
this building's cool though.
This site used to be an old Dutch church, De Oud Hollandse Kerk.
Hey, I know those words. Eventually the building was sold to the Society of Arts and Sciences, and then it became this puppet museum.
That we are going to reluctantly tour.
Oh, come on.
I have a thing with puppets.
They love you.
No, I have a thing with monkeys and puppets.
Oh, this is gonna be a long trip for you.
The marionettes are where I have to draw the line. I don't know why. They just like flail about. Like, interesting.
This square actually has multiple museums all around it. So if you've got time, there's the Jakarta History Museum, there's the Fine Arts and Ceramics Museum.
I mean, it's a nice way to kind of cool off a little bit. There's usually some AC in there. If you want to hit up museums, they're all in this main square right here.
We have wandered over to Chinatown here in Jakarta. All the local guides and websites tell you that this is one of the least touristy Chinatowns in kind of Southeast Asia. It's really more alive and happening, and they're doing real business here than looking for tourists like us.
There's a big market over here next to us, and then I think we're going to venture down into it. There's a temple that I want to see in Chinatown.
What do the locals call this?
The Glodok or
Glodok.
Glodok? Yeah.
They said it's super busy and bustling, so it's just...
And it is, if you can't hear all the horns honking behind us. It is crazy here right now on a Saturday.
This whole walk between the Old Town and Chinatown, just like, wow.
Yeah, my feet are feeling it.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
We have found a roadblock. Motorcycles, push wagons, all of it. Traffic is stopped.
We are now at Dharma Bakti, a Hindu temple here in Chinatown in Jakarta. This is actually the oldest Chinese temple in all of Jakarta.
It was built back in the 1600s.
1650, and it burned to the ground in the mid-1700s, and they rebuilt it and then restored it 10 years ago.
Oh, just 10 years ago?
Well, there was another fire, and they had to redo it. So yeah, 2015. There's a cat that's looking at you, Nate.
Oh.
Another cat?
Dude, I got bite vibes for a second. I thought he was gonna go for me, but he's cool. He just wants some pets. All right, kitty cat.
Chinatown now. I got my nice cold Coke Zero to cool me down, and we're gonna go check out the National Gallery, which is further south from here, closer back to our hotel. So we're slowly making our way back home. Cheers.
All right, real talk. So the National Gallery's normal exhibition is closed for renovations, and all they have is a temporary exhibit of some modern pop art that they still want to charge us full price for. So
not feeling it.
We're gonna bail, but I feel, I don't know.
How do you feel?
Well, I wanted to see this gallery.
Well, I kind of did too, but unfortunately, I mean, we're kind of here in the off season, I feel like, so now's the time to do renovations, but unfortunately, we will not be seeing it today.
Okay, so we need to move on.
Yeah, just let it go.
Let it go. I'm letting it go. This is me letting it go.
All right, let's move on to something else.
Whistles.
Gosh.
So instead of seeing fine works of art at the National Gallery,
we are at the mall.
we're at the mall. You know, malls are big in hot, humid places because of air conditioning.
I think the weather is turning right now too. I think it might start to rain soon, so we're getting out of the heat and potentially a torrential downpour.
All right, let's go see what a mall here in Jakarta looks like.
Probably like malls other places, I would imagine.
Probably so.
All right, let's go. You need like a soda, a little snack before dinner. Maybe it's down here. We're in a car on our way back to our hotel. It's pouring rain out. We actually were gonna walk back to the hotel. I'm glad that we didn't. But then you look at the radar and there's like nothing.
Skeptical.
But thunderstorms, which I love. So we're gonna go take shelter.
Nighttime in Jakarta, and we are winding down our trip here.
It's been raining all afternoon. It's sprinkling a little bit right now, but we're here for dinner now.
Look at this building. What is this place you've brought us to here, Katrina?
This is a very historical building. This was actually built back in 1914 to house artwork from the Dutch East India Trading Company. I'm saying that right.
Dutch East Indies Trading
Dutch
Company?
East India Trading Company back in the early 1900s, and has been restored and is now both an art gallery and a restaurant. This is called Tugu Kunstkring Paleis Jakarta.
Good job.
It's basically like an art museum that
With
now,
the word palace in it.
yeah, because it kind of looks like a palace, but it's supposed to be beautiful, have some really good food. You can also rent this place out if you're, you know, getting married, having a party.
Doing a vlog?
Yeah,
Can
you
you
can
rent
house
it
like
out?
thousands of people.
Oh,
No.
no. Katrina, there's a whole page of durian specials.
I know, we're gonna order one of everything.
Unlikely.
Durian's been everywhere. Cheers.
Very large wine glass.
It's nice. That's how red wine should be served in. Apparently we came all the way to Indonesia just to order a Dutch croquette.
Number 3 change again. The name Jayakarta. Number 4 name now Jakarta name. The room charge the 4.5 million. Is there not mas and not here?
Dinner's ready.
What a cool way to cap off a crazy day in Jakarta.
Yeah, our waiter gave us a nice tour of the building, took some nice pictures of us, and it was a good ending.
He set us straight on the history, so we know our facts now.
Exactly.
How was Jakarta?
I enjoyed getting to see it, but it's definitely not a place if you're coming to relax and you know, have a holiday where you're just kind of relaxing. That's not
I think
Jakarta.
some places in the world are kind of set up for tourists, and it's very like easy to go see everything and everything. Jakarta makes you work for it a little bit.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to like walk a bit, jump in crazy cars, navigate some uneven streets. It's hectic, and we were told that. That was the whole idea of the video. Was people said, "Nah, don't go to Jakarta, just get out to the islands." But we wanted to see it, and I'm glad we did.
Me too. Yeah, we knew that going into it, and now we can say, yep, you guys are correct, and glad we saw it.
Glad we saw it. Thanks for sticking with us. We have more in Indonesia coming up.
Come back next week. It might be a little more relaxing, maybe.
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 We'll
Anyways,
see.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.